We're being silly sausages. Hello. Well, welcome back. Well, you know who I am. I've got a very special guest today. Ava is here. Introduce yourself, Ava.
Okay, my name is Ava, and I'm here to bake some.
Yes, we are a baking team. And do you know what we're going to make today? It's from a country called, I want to call it Sniflelania, but it's called Lithuania. Lithuania, say it for me.
Lithuania.
That's very close, Lithuania, and we're making a special quick cake. It's actually called a lazy cake in Lithuania, and it's called a tinginy. Say it 3 times fast.
Tinginy.
Say it 3 times fast.
Tinginy.
Okay, do that. Tinginy, tinginy, tinginy. Okay, so we're making a tinginy babinginy. And it is actually, they call it a lazy cake. I think it's because it's so quick. It takes hardly any time at all to make, and it only has about 8 ingredients. I'm going to run over the ingredients, okay? So they know what to buy. So the most important bit, well, we need a can of condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk. I've taken the lid off the can so we can get to that quickly. 1/4 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Then we've got some, they say in the recipe that it should be McVitie's tea biscuits. Now, you'll forgive me, but that doesn't sound very Lithuanian to me. A McVitie's is, well, it's actually, I think it's Scottish. It's the McVitie. But what I've got is similar kind of thing. It's a nice dry cookie, a honey graham. So we've got a swag of them. I think about 300 grams worth of the honey grahams. Then we've butter, exactly. Half a stick of that for 2 ounces. Ooh, yes, 2 ounces. Now, in the recipe, it does say if you possibly can find European butter, use European butter. Now, that sounds a bit picky, but, and I didn't know this, but supposedly European butter has far more fat in it, and so when it comes to the tingany setting, it sets much better with European butter. Poor us, we've got American butter, so it's butter. It's butter, right? It's not butter, darling. Then we've got a little bit of cinnamon, we've got a little bit of salt, and we've got some dried cherries. So that's enough chatting. I just need to let you know I'm talking a lot. I'm all excited, Ava. I'm too excited. It's lovely to have you in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay, say something. Go on.
This is a bowl.
It is a bowl, and we're going to use that bowl right away. In fact, you are going to take that bowl, and you are going to take these cookies, and I can help you open them. There you go. Am I being annoying?
No.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Because normally I am. Okay, so there is one lot, and then I'm going to put another lot in for you, and then your job, Ava, is to break them up to maybe about that size. It doesn't matter if they're smaller or bigger, but just get a few like that and go, and see how they break up? That's what I need you to do. Can you do that? You get on with that, and I will get on with another bit. You know, this was recommended to me by a friend of mine, called Michelle, who is actually from Lithuania. How is the biscuit cracking going? Excellent, excellent. Keep up the good work. Okay, so this is Michelle's recipe, the Tinginys. Okay, so what we're going to do first of all, you'll keep going on the cookies, and then I am going to get the evaporated, no, not evaporated, condensed milk. Ooh, sticky goodness. Bung that in there. And I'm also, so I'm going to scrape this into the pot. This is the only bit of cooking involved in this. We're not actually going to put it in the oven, but we do need to heat up the sweetened condensed milk to make this gorgeous chocolatey binder that is going to go around the cookies that Ava is working on there. That'll do us. Bye-bye, canny. And then into that, what are we going to put into that? We are going to turn it on. Oh, there we go. Goody, goody. So we're going to heat that up, and into that we're going to plop our half a stick of butter, and that is going to be very good for your heart. It's definitely recommended by all the cardiologists I've ever met. Looking gorgeous, looking gorgeous. So make sure all of those are nice and crumpled up. Then into this other bowl we are going to put our 1/4 cup of milk, splosh, and we're going to put our 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, splish, or plof. I'm not quite sure what sound cocoa powder makes. We're also going to put about 1/4 teaspoonful of salt. Oh, that's about right. And then we're also going to put, it's that same cinnamon. If you've watched any more of our YouTube, you'll know this. But I'm going to put probably about 1/4 of that in there. And everything going okay? Yeah. Anything you need to say? Yeah. I'm talking too much, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm told all the time that I need to just shut up. You do some talking. I'm going to do some mixing. Those are looking really, truly almost perfect. It doesn't just. I'm speaking to you, but I'm sort of speaking to the people out in dessert land. It doesn't. So long as they're broken up, it doesn't matter how big or small they are. Because what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a giant log, and giant log. Okay, what do we do? Okay, so we're going to stir that in there, and then once this has heated up a little bit, and the butter has melted, we're going to splosh this in there, so it will turn it into a divine, chocolatey, sweet, creamy, buttery naughtiness. I got kicked out. Ava's taken over. How's the chocolate going?
Good.
Lovely. So what we're doing here is we're heating the condensed milk with chalky milk, cinnamon, salt, etc., and just heating it on a low heat until it thickens up a little bit. And it looks like it looks pretty thick to me.
Yeah.
Okay, the one other thing that we're going to plop in there, plop's not the right term, we should say delicately placed maybe, delicately placed, is a couple of tablespoons of dried cherries here. You could chop them up, I'm not. That's about a couple of tablespoons worth, but I like cherries, so let's maybe put another bit more in, because you can never everything. Slap that in, there you go. Give it a good stir, whiz it around. What do you think, Chef? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 10-4 on that one. So if you want to hold the spatula, take it out of the pot. Bueno, bueno. I'm going to turn this off. That's off. Did you make that noise?
No.
What was that?
That was you. That was you.
That's it. Blame it on me. If you could scrape it out of the pot so that all that goodness gets in there.
Yeah.
No, good work. And all over, all around. Look how thick and gooey it is. Ooh, it's going to be naughty but nice. Okay, looking good. Okay, that's good. Are you a lefty? Are you a southpaw? You are, look at you. Left-handed?
Yeah.
Supposedly left-handed people are much more clever. Did you know that?
No.
Well, now you know, Jackson. Okay, that's mixed. Here's the next bit. I'm coming around. You stay where you are. You don't need to move.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chef-a-rooney. So now what you are going to do is I'm going to hold this.
Yep.
And you, if you can, actually that one biscuit needs covering. What I would like you to do is scrape that into there.
Okay.
Right now.
Right now?
Right this very second.
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay. Nice. There it goes. Yum yum bubbly gum gum.
Yep. So good.
Oh, it's going to be good. Here, I'm going to give it a little bit of a shaky to help you. Okay. So, that is how it looks when it comes into the dish. Yes. Thank you. So what we're going to do, what I did is I made sure there was lots of extra cling film, saran wrap. I'm trying to remember what we call it in England. Can't remember. Cling film, I think is what we call it. There we go. You see, I put lots of extra stuff. Do you see? And what I'm going to do is I'm now going to coax this. Coax sounds very sort of posh, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like I know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
but I don't. So I'm just pretending, really. But what I'm doing is I'm turning it into a sort of a sausage, which is appropriate because we're both silly sausages, right? Well, you're more of a silly sausage, right?
No, you're more goofy.
Goofy! Okay, so there it is. I've somehow created a little tie-up knot that has made it into a chocolatey, biscuity roll. And what's going to happen is I'm going to bung that in the fridge for 3 or 4 hours until it's as solid as a rock. It's going to turn into a giant Twix bar. And the way they chop it in Lithuania is they cut it into slices.
Yeah.
And I think, do you know, as we finish here, I can't help but think that, do you know Twix bars? Do you know the sweetie or the candy of Twix?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like a Twix.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that you get some when it's fully done.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. We should put this in the fridge.
Yeah.
Go pop it in the fridge for me. You going to open it up?
Wait.
Yep. Give it a yank, and we can just put it there. And see you in about 3 hours.
Bye.
So, remind me what that was called. A thingamajig?
Yeah.
A doodly thingama? That thing, okay. It's called a tinginy. A tinginy.
Yeah.
Tinginy from Lithuania. And it has been a supersonic fun time in the kitchen with Ava Bobeva. I'm Tim, and between us we're cooking desserts from all around the world. As always, thank you so much for sticking with us. Take care.